Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I'm your host, Mike Luke. All right, we got a lot to get to today. Arizona is 12-3 in conference. We saw a lineup change that I think we really liked, and Arizona didn't even play great basketball. They kind of got hosed by the refs, and they still beat BYU, Baylor. Scheer, there's a lot of good stuff to take away from this game.
Yeah, I was pretty pumped last night after that win. I mean, you take a look at it, it's not easy. Winning on the road's hard in general, but Baylor's a pretty good team, and Arizona looked really good last night for the most part.
Yes. Now, I think the great thing about it, too, is that Baylor is a team that you watch Baylor and, they don't stink. For sure, but they definitely got some. They got some home cooking. I mean, at one point it was 25-8 when it came to free throws. I mean, and especially too for a team like Arizona that was living like kind of in the paint. That to me is a little bit odd. Arizona obviously didn't shoot well either, but at the same time, Arizona's now 12-3 in the conference. So I mean, I'll take it either day of the week.
It's just it's what with the refs. It's what we say. Just be consistent. Like, don't call random fouls and then like guys do whatever they want. And it was weird. But then I joked with Shelby, I guess that's what other teams feel like when they come to McHale, right? Yeah. We've seen it happen. Usually it's in Arizona's favor, but at one point it was 25-6 for the line.
Right.
And that was the only thing keeping Baylor in the game. I mean,
yes.
Arizona was very clearly the better team.
Arizona was clearly the better team. Not only was Arizona clearly the better team, like you've seen it now on the road and at home. Like I said, there's a lot to like. Now let's talk about Tommy switching the lineup. With Tommy switching the lineup, that was I think that was long past due, but it's better. To me, there's really no reason that you couldn't have Tobe Awaka and Henri Veesaar out on the court together. And I believe that Tommy now maybe Tommy agrees with that, but there's no reason those two couldn't play together.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just try to kind of stagger it, right, to make sure that one of them's on the court. And they may not be on the court together, but always have them. And I get it, right? And you're loyal to Trey in the sense where you really need him to be better and all that stuff. But man, this is the lineup, and even if it's not, the lineup the only difference would be Carter instead of Awaka. This was long due. I'm very curious if he does it Saturday. He insinuated that he might not, but I think he will.
All right, we're at the point too where it's cool. I mean, you've tried everything you could with Trey. You basically said, all right, here's 25 minutes. You're going to start no matter what, and he's regressing. I don't know. Sooner or later, it's time to win basketball games. It's time to get serious here. And Henri is a significantly better player than Trey. I don't know how. Again, Trey, 10, 12 minutes, totally cool, but I can't. Like I said, I can't have that again. I can't have him starting. You just can't. You don't bring players off the bench that are significantly better than other players. You just don't.
11 minutes. Perfect.
That's fine. 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Liam Stevens, 199. Yes. Any watch parties this year? Yes. We're working on one for hopefully next week. We will, or the week after, we will have that up to date for you. But yes, $1.99 super snap from Liam Stevens. Very much appreciated. I'll let you know. Okay. Also, everybody hit the like button, by the way. Okay. But I'm glad they made that move because again, 11, 12 minutes is fine. And I'm only going to talk about it here for about a minute because then we can move on. But just everything. Yesterday was another example of he can't really finish around the hoop. He can't shoot. Can't rebound. You're just wasting your time at this point.
You only need a minute when you're attacking them like that.
Yeah, but you agree with everything I just said.
Yeah, no, you're right.
All right, now Tobe Awaka though. They need games like that from Tobe Awaka. Tobe Awaka, the man of girth. He started off a little bit slow. They ended up with 13 and 12 though. Tobe Awaka is there's going to be games, and we talked about it yesterday, where he's going to struggle against Houston, where you got 8 guys that are all 6'9", but they have 7'10" wingspans. That's going to be an issue for him. But right now, in a game like this was a game that he needed to dominate, and he did just that.
Yeah, I mean, look, he was great. 14 and 12. He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the country. I think he's plummeted to number 3 right now.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. But I mean, and you're right. Like a lot of guys like him, like Omer is similar. Omer had 15 and 13 last night, but he's another guy that in the past he's struggled against length. That's just how sometimes these guys are, because as good as Awaka is, he's not an elite athlete or anything like that. He's going to struggle a little bit with length. But these are the type of matchups like Saturday. It should be huge. He should dominate. Wednesday,
Right.
he should dominate. If he struggles a little bit against an Iowa State, I get it, right?
Right.
But he's good, and he's really. It's funny. He wasn't good to start the game yesterday.
No,
Like
he wasn't.
both had the same thought. Like,
Well, yeah, and I was tweeting him like, "Are we starting to get maybe the Tobe earlier in the season?" And he said, "No, we are not."
I was like, "Oh, he's not very good." And after the game's like, "I didn't see what you were talking about." It's like, "Well, yeah, I tweeted it at the time.
Yeah,
he had a rough start."
Yes.
But yeah, he's and they need him. They need him badly to succeed.
All right, Mr. Tyler Warden, I'm going to disagree slightly here. He says, we're getting closer to the lineup we need in March. Need ADO and Townsend coming off the bench. Need Veesaar getting 20+. Veesaar, to me, is the key to all this. I don't actually mind ADO starting because Tommy just gets ADO out pretty quickly. When Trey starts, he's in there for like 7 or 8 minutes. Tommy does a fairly good job of knowing if it's not an ADO game. And plus, I think KJ Lewis at this point just likes coming off the bench. Also, I'm at this point, too. I 100% need Carter Bryant to be the 3 when Trey Townsend is in at the 4. I think that makes things a lot easier. It terrifies me when you've got the Twins out on. I'm not going to call the Twins anymore because that's not fair to one. But it terrifies me when you've got one out there because you're just not going to be able to rebound. You got to have Carter Bryant out there as well.
Yeah, it's Carter at the 3. It makes sense and it's working. I agree with you, actually. I don't mind ADO starting. I don't, because I don't think he is. It goes back to what we said. I'm sorry, I hate bringing up Trey again. But although he might struggle on defense, he's not a net negative at the end of the day. Trey will hurt your team. That is
on both sides of the court.
Right. ADO, last night was ADO's best defensive performance of the season.
Right.
And again, it sounds like a broken record, Mike. He wants so badly to be good on defense. That's the difference.
And that's why I think, too, you see him and he's getting his hands on balls around, he's showing a little bit more of that. And that obviously is something good. But again, he's a pretty crafty offensive guy. Now, listen, next year, I think Arizona is going to be a better team. I don't really want him starting, but he's a guy that he has a role, whereas Trey's role is just basically to take 10 minutes while other guys are resting. That's about it.
And Tommy's was interesting. He mentioned ADO. He went out of his way. Don't want to ask him. Bruce didn't even ask about ADO last night. And Tommy goes, "Look, before I go, like, shout out ADO. I've been hard on him, blah blah blah." But he goes, "I've told him he's good enough when someone closes out on him to put the ball in the out of it, right?" But he goes, "The biggest thing is shoot the 3. That's what I want. Hunt shots, shoot more 3s." And I thought that even though he went 1 for 5, they looked good, right?
They looked good.
Good was the one at the end of the shot. Like, one of them was pretty much in and then out.
Right.
So I had no problem with his game at all.
Oh, AJW. Oh, the great AJW. Oh, this new line, $3 super snap. New starting lineup is full of girth. Yes, girth, manly girth. We like that. All right, now a couple other things. So we got to pay some bills here first. Speaking of girth, rock girth. Welcome to the rock. Welcome to the rock. Green Valley Decorative Rock. Scheer, the terrible rumor that has been placed at the hands and the feet of our children. You do know this terrible rumor.
Last night, Brielle woke up crying, and I said, "What's wrong?" She goes, "The Green Valley Decorative Rock rumors it's just hard to sleep."
It's permeating schools. It's permeating here. Again, we need to be very clear about this. Green Valley Decorative Rock is in Tucson as well. There will be no scurrilous impeachments of this. And on top of that, they go all the way up to, if you get like a ton of stuff, they go all the way up to Oracle, all the way west to Marana, east to Sierra Vista Benson, and south to Nogales. You can get pavers, you can get rock, and you can get turf. You can get all kinds of good stuff. Girthy rock. Get it at Green Valley Decorative Rock. And Aristental.
Yes.
Our guy, Land the Man with a master plan. So there is a BYU fan. I like BYU fans a great deal, by the way. There's a BYU fan, I think, in Iowa that saw the tweet about this 1997 deal where you can get an implant and to be very clear, the crown. No gimmicks, no hassle. And again, they're not going to like ship you off to like Nicaragua or something. You are going to be dealt with here in Tucson. He is flying out here to be able to do that. And again, Aris Dental, TucsonTeeth.com or TucsonImplants.com. and they only offer necessary treatment. Again, like I said, you go in there, your tongue will also be kept. Guarantee it. Check it out, Eris Dental. All right. Scheer, let's talk. Let's see here. The ADO off the bench, Mr. Tyler Warden says, the ADO off the bench argument isn't a negative ADO argument. It's a positive ADO. It's unlocking his offensive potential against non-starting lineups. I get it. But it does seem, the offense a lot of times does seem to be able to flow a little bit better with ADO out there. I don't, Mr. Tyler Warden says, to be clear, the Trey off the bench argument is very much a negative Trey argument. Yes, I get it. But I wouldn't really mess with it, to be honest with you. Plus, I think I like KJ coming in off the bench. I think that he's got that jack of all trades. He provides some energy. I like it. And like I said, too, the one thing the Tommy Gunn has never really done this year with ADO is he doesn't just keep him in there for 24 minutes just to keep him in there for 24 minutes like he did with Trey. Sure. That's
what I was going to say. I mean, if ADO doesn't have it, you know right away. The other team will, like you do it against Houston, kind of. The other team's hunting ADO. He can't guard it. Tommy takes him right out and puts KJ in. Right. That's the difference. I don't know why. I don't know the difference with him and Trey, whatever it may be. But that's just how it is. And so I don't mind ADO starting because I know that if he doesn't have it in the first few minutes, KJ will be in by the media timeout. All right, we got to talk about some of the development though that Tommy Gunn has done with some of these players, and it's got to start with Henri Veesaar. Now, Fran Fraschilla said about 8 times last night that Henri Veesaar is an NBA prospect, but not this year, next year. Just so in case you didn't hear it, not this year, but next year. I will take that. But Veesaar. You know what's interesting about Veesaar, and we'll talk about this with Carter Bryant a little bit too. Veesaar, the cerebralness of Veesaar, 5 assists, 4 assists, whatever the case may be. You generally don't see that from a center. He's there is nothing he does poorly, and that's why I said like the offense runs a lot better when he's on the court, not just because of his scoring ability. He just knows what to do. He's an underrated passer. Arizona's got a few underrated passers. I think Carter Bryant is an underrated passer too, but Henry's an underrated passer. He knows what to do. It is very difficult. We didn't mention this. Baylor threw 18 different zones at Arizona last night. None of them worked. And a lot of times it's because of Henry, but I know zones will slow down teams, but Arizona generally this season has done very good against zone defenses compared to years past. All right, everybody hit the like button, by the way. But wait a second. How does that work, though, Scheer? Because I was just told that there was no spacers and the team would be an absolutely terrible spacing team. I don't understand. How could they be better against zones? The spacing is generally fine with Arizona. Shooting, different story. But yeah, spacing they've been fine. Sometimes you want more of it. Right. But Henry changes it. I think that the offense with Henry on the court is different, obviously, than without him. Can we also say something, too? The one thing that I was right on, that I said I was far more interested in guys that can get to the free throw line than having fake 3-point shooters like we had last year. Last year, everybody was like, oh, I have Kylan Boswell. He's a 39% shooter. Nobody cared if Kylan Boswell shot a 3. Same with Pella Larson or Keyshawn Johnson. That didn't do anything come NCAA tournament time. You know how you win games? You win games at the free throw line. Arizona's got guys that can get to the free throw line, period. It's more important. Look at you. Wow. Yeah, take that, spacers. With that in the glasses, that was a trap. You mess with the paw, you get the glove. All right. Cody, we need to get 2 of those, 10 of those shirts, though. Paw with the glove, yes. But Scheer, I'm right, though. Yeah, I look, people hate it, but I've said for years that I think shooting is overrated in college basketball. In the NBA, you need it because that's all the NBA is now. In college basketball, you can go get fouled. We've seen teams win titles by scoring 60 points and clogging the lane, right? Like it's just college basketball is just a different type of game. Do you want a 3-point shooter? Of course you do. But there's ways to win it without it. And that's what I think, again, is impressive with Arizona. They find ways to win this season. Last night was the refs. They're not going to the line. Usually they go to the line more than the opposition. They didn't yesterday. Still found a way to win. Yes, it's far more important. Like I said, if I'm going to get one of the 2, you mess with the paw, you're going to get the glove. And I would much rather have the glove be getting to the free throw line because that stuff can travel. Now, Pierre Burns has a good point. That angry rant you just had, was that kind of your way of saying you miss Kirk Risa? Oh, gosh. All right. A little bit. A little
I
bit.
was asked this question, and guess what? Yes, Claire Cook. Yes, we did. Now, Scheer wasn't able to watch this national championship game, but we did win our free championship off free throws. Miles Simon, baby. Okay. Illinois, by the way. We'll make fun of Illinois later.
We got a busy night tonight.
Yeah, we got a lot. This is impact viewing at its finest.
Yeah.
I was asked this the other day, and this is for you, Joseph. Although I don't see Joseph in the chat. I was asked yesterday by somebody on Twitter, and I came along and I said it. I was asked, would you rather have Kylan Boswell or Kerr Kriisa? And I said Kerr Kriisa, without question.
Yeah. And I think there's two differences. Number one, Kerr tried his butt off.
He did. He just sucked at a lot of stuff.
Significantly better passer than Boswell.
Yeah, and he's the same shooter, and at least I don't have to worry about him, with all the other stuff. I would take Kerr Kriisa every day of the week. Oh yeah, Big Red 6. Oh, I like that name. Hey, maybe that's Fam 2.0. Caden Luke. Big Red. All right. Let's see. Trey Townsend is unplayable. He just doesn't yell yet. French for Shilla. That is the line of it. That's a $5 super step. I should pay you for that one. He just doesn't know it
really
yet.
Funny.
Hey, you know what's funny about that? I had somebody that used to play basketball at the U of A. Who you might know is a good friend of mine, and he messaged me during that, and he said I love how Fran Fraschilla keeps saying this. He said, because guess what? Anybody that is on an NBA top 5 list knows exactly what they can and can't do because they've been told that from day one. I guarantee you that VJ Edgecombe knows how good he can be. This isn't something where it's like,
you know what's funny about that game, too? The dude took 13 shots and went to the line 14 times also. What did Freyan want him to do? I the game where he was the only one shooting.
Yeah, I don't get it at all. But some of those were also phony baloney foul calls, though, where he was just driving into people. That was such an amazing super snap. That would be in the super snap Hall of Fame right there. That was really, really good. Now, TJ Van Martyr. Can we think of a worse rotation player than Townsend in the past 16 years? Scheer and I have gone over this a lot. And in the last, of any player that's played 20
rotation
minutes,
is
20 minutes plus. Out of any player that's averaged 20 minutes plus.
Yeah, I think he's the worst. Tollefson was the only one that was comparable, but Tollefson was better.
Tollefson was just better. I don't know how else to say it. Tollefson was just better. Yeah, he was. He was just better. All right. There were the refs were cheating yesterday. What's funny? We didn't bring up the cheating nearly as much before game as we probably should have, Scheer.
And we should have known. You're going to Texas.
Yeah,
known for cheating on the road.
Exactly. You got that Branch Davidian compound down the road. Yeah, I mean, that's never a good thing to have happen for sure. Is that thing still there?
We took it down last night.
The Branch Davidian?
Yeah.
It went down last night?
I have no idea. Is it still there?
I don't think it's still there. I don't think it's still there. Somebody Google, is the Branch Davidian thing, is that still there? I don't think it's still there.
In Waco?
Yeah. See if it's still there.
Yeah. They have it up still.
They have it up still? What is it? Like a memento?
I don't know. Let me look.
All right, either way. All right, well, either way.
They got rid of it. Yeah.
Okay, they got rid of it. Yeah, I probably wouldn't keep that thing around anyways. I would take Sadiki.
Good talking point.
It is. Okay. How about that Caleb Love dunk? Whop. That dunk was awesome. He, again, needs to drive to the hoop. They needs to drive to the hoop, period, point blank. He's actually, you know what's funny? He's had 2 shots now that I didn't know that he could make. Remember that left-handed floater that he had, or that jump shot that he had against Houston, and now the running hook? I want to see more of that.
Yeah. Go to the basket. Sorry, I was reading that comment. Just go to the basket a little bit, right? That's what I want to see more. The hook shot, the floater, the dunk. He can do that. He has it, right? And so it's go to the basket, go to the hoop. And for some reason, he just gets obsessed with the threes. It's you don't need to shoot threes. You don't.
And you know what else I don't like, too, is that he does the 3-2 where he doesn't just catch and shoot. He has to take one dribble, and then it's never going in. Stop doing that. You don't need to do that.
Yeah. Maybe we should talk to him. Maybe Tommy's just not getting through, and we need to.
Billbox said he was going to talk with Murph tomorrow, and he said, today, and he said that he has a key to fixing Caleb Love's shooting, and I said no. I said that would have been done because he's been in college 5 years. Matt Muehlbach, we love you. You're not that good. Now, at Jonathan
Matt Muehlbach. If anyone can do it, it's Matt Muehlbach.
Hey, Jonathan Gibson, where did you see Koa Pete and Kelvin Sampson together? Were they together? I don't like that.
Well, Houston's playing at ASU. I would guarantee you they stopped at Koa today.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's their
yeah.
job.
Yeah, that is their job. So we'll find out there. But I got a question though. Would they just lie to him and say that he's going to play the small forward then at Houston?
Yeah, I don't know. How do you watch Houston and be like, man, I really want to play there? Like their forwards average 8 points and 3 rebounds a game.
Yeah, I don't get it. Well, and they've been living off that Jarris Walker thing for the last like 3 years now. Is he even doing anything in the NBA? I know he's like the 6th pick.
I don't think he is. I'm gonna look it up. Let's negative recruit live here on air. He's averaging 6 points.
All right, yes.
3 rebounds.
Ryan Luther. Oh, Ryan Luther. I would take Ryan Luther all day though. But what were Ryan Luther's stats against?
Ryan Luther was good.
Yeah, I would take Ryan Luther.
I don't want to say good, but for Arizona, Mike, his last season, he averaged 8 points and 4 rebounds a game and 44% shooting and 38 from 3. Yeah,
I would take
close.
I would take him every single. All right. Now I do want to say I want to talk about the officiating here because there are some things about the officiating that doesn't make any sense to me. But first, we got to pay some more bills here. This is for Stut Joe that doesn't like the bill, doesn't like them. I like these. Okay. Yes, Courtney Ramey's way better than come on. But Signature Pest Solutions. Now, anybody out there, look at that. That mouse is kind of cute, by the way. Like, I would rip its tail off and throw it outside, but I don't think I'd get rid of it. Or I don't know.
Rip its tail off?
I wouldn't intentionally rip its tail off. I'd throw it outside with its tail on. But
if you want to get rid of pests without mangling them like Mike, call Signature Pest Solutions.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you don't want to leave them like deformed or something, check it out. But either way, AZ12 though. AZ12, you can get $100 off your termite or $50 off pest control. Now, again, check it out. There's a lot of reasons to use them. Why choose us? Rodent control, weed control, bed bug elimination. Ooh, ants, roaches, and bee removal. Yes. And termite treatment. Got to get it right now because I think the termites are. Do termites hold on. Do termites hibernate?
No, what? Why would termites?
Well, because why is there a termite season then?
The weather.
Yeah, because they would hibernate, right?
Look. You're. Let me look into this.
I mean, I don't know. If there's a season, I would assume they hibernate. Maybe they're like hanging out with like a grizzly bear in like Montana or something.
Termite season is when they start mating.
It's when they start getting down. Yes, because wood hibernates, drones for bones. All right. Either way, check it out. Signature Pest Solutions. Our guy Martin is fantastic. Okay. Now,
just when they're the most active.
What?
Termite season is when they're the most active.
Yeah, but why?
It's smashing season.
Oh yeah. All right.
They don't need as much energy during the winter.
Yeah.
Cody, keep talking to me.
Yeah. Well, it says it coincides with baseball season, so termites and baseball hand in hand.
All right. Termites prefer dry wood. Is this true?
Don't we all?
Yeah, I mean, that's all. Yeah. All right. Now, also, what else do we got? RJ's Frozen Cactus, my friend. Now, we're working on a watch party either next week or the week after. You got my word. 100+ craft beers, my friend. $2 deals. Yummy in my tummy. And again, you can park on the you can park in there. They got a huge parking lot, a massive parking lot. So if you're going there and you're sipping back on some of grandma's old cough medicine, aka their 100+ craft beers, $2 deals, you can park there and have a good time as well. Again, pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. From pizza to prime rib, they have got you covered. RJ's Frozen Cactus. Okay. Oh, we were just at 187. I was watching a movie the other night called 187.
With Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah, with Samuel L. Jackson.
I know it.
That was a tough movie, man.
It's good.
That guy,
good movie.
Yeah, no, that guy that was scary, man. That was Oh no, look, speaking of scary girth, look at this. Oh, look at that underbite.
They're repaving our entire neighborhood and he hates it. He's scared out of his mind right now.
Are they repaving it with pavers? From Green Valley Decorative Rock?
I would assume. I didn't ask. I just automatically assume they are.
That's a worse underbite than Ted Wardo's, for sure.
I like his because he's got the one tooth, it's just that one.
No, it's good. It's good. Okay. Where is Ted Wardo? Ted Wardo's with his grandparents right now. Okay. He's having a sleepover. All right. Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson, though. That's a tough movie, though. Anybody out there watch that one? 187. All right. Speaking of scary girth, would love to hear Kevin O'Neal's take on Fendi Onabun's development. Has to be gold. The thing why Fendi doesn't count is Fendi didn't play 25 minutes.
Yeah, Fendi didn't play.
Like Fendi played like what 12, 11 minutes max per game. That doesn't count. That's why it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's see here. What do we got here? All right, now the moving forward, then Arizona BYU. What do we think the line will be in that game? Because Arizona needs to beat the snot out of BYU. No offense to our BYU fans. I like BYU fans, by the way.
Probably like 8 points, I'd assume.
Yeah, I think it's about
Tom
right.
has it at like 7 or 8. Utah is going to be double digits. Arizona should dominate these next 2 games.
Yeah, they should dominate those
BYU
games.
is a good enough shooting game to make it a little weird for a half, but they've been a really bad road team this year.
And plus, they got that guy that you absolutely love, that you said would be the best NBA player that Arizona's played all season.
He killed Arizona.
Yeah, he's Milos Izon or no, Izon Demon.
Igor Demon. They're not all the same person, but yeah, he did kill Arizona in the first meeting.
All right, no, T Burns, you're actually you're all right, but the better one was KO having Fendi front Jeff Pendergraft for an entire game, and they just throw it over the top each time, and he keeps yelling at Fendi, saying,
Fendi was an elite NFL athlete. I agree.
Benwan White was on to him from the beginning. He was scouting his ins and outs, and he said that this guy is going to be a tight end, and he was right.
I agree with KO. KO tried to bring the best out of Fendi.
Yes, I mean, he did.
Fendi, by the way, the most minutes he ever played in a year was his freshman year. He played 9.
Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't count. We're talking about like 20 plus minutes, something like that. That's why Tollefson. Hey, what was the name that Sean Miller came up? Again, Motang didn't play, so it didn't really count. I would take Trey over Motang though. Motang, I was at a game when they were playing Cal and with Leon Poe, and Motang tried to take the ball out under the wrong basket after Arizona scored, and I'm like, oh no.
He was raw. He was raw. That's all.
Yeah. You know the story, and so everybody out there that doesn't know the story, so this guy's what a great person. So like he basically didn't eat for like a year because he was sending all of his food with his cat card money back to like Nigeria or wherever he's from. And so I remember Pastner's going in there and he's like, dude, he was eating like ramen and like saltine crackers. I mean, that's it. Trey or Jesse Perry. Jesse Perry was good.
That's not even.
Come on, you guys are better than this one.
Come on, guys.
Come on. Yeah, Angelo Chol or Trey. Trey. I'll take Trey over Angelo Chol.
No, you won't. No, you wouldn't.
I think I would.
Angelo Chol
was really bad, and he was bad like when he transferred. Although that's not like Trey's good.
At Arizona or just first year.
Yeah.
At Arizona, Angelo Chol, 3 points, 2 rebounds, and a block a game in 12 minutes.
Yeah, I think I would take Chol just because if I can extrapolate that out.
Yeah. His
Yeah.
last year at San Diego State, 4 points, 3 rebounds. He doesn't, but here's the thing though. Again,
I
get it. Goes back to net negative. Chol didn't turn the ball over ever.
Right.
And he did it, and he knew he only took 3 shots in 13
And he
minutes.
could rebound, and he could probably block a shot from time to time.
It always goes back to the net negative.
Hey, you stole that from Kobe L. Thiel.
I did.
Yeah. Kobe L. Thiel. That's
I don't know.
I don't know if you did or not. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Okay, but Arizona now a 3 seed. Now, here's the biggest question I got, and I'm about to sneeze, so bear with me.
I'm nervous. Oh.
Some people, professional radio people, they try to sneeze away from the microphone. On this show, we try to sneeze into the microphone.
Sneeze into the microphone.
We show that this is like our Snapchat moment. Yes.
Yeah, we're one of you.
We are one of you.
We're of the people.
Yeah, Brett Brielmeyer or Trey? Brett Brielmeyer. I like Brett Brielmeyer
by far because even if he doesn't play, he can help coach.
All right, Ryan Neal, the great Ryan Neal says, by the way, don't like your 2 first names there, buddy. Have you seen the numbers Paulius has been putting up in the West Coast, but dude has been hooping. Paulius is really, really good. But again, this
really,
one is
really good. I mean, really, really good.
Paulius like next year is going to be like the conference player of the year.
Murph nailed that. Murph nailed it again.
Now we got to give Tony Murphy. We got to give Murph a ton of credit on that one. Paulius is good, and yes, Paulius is much better than Trey Townsend. We agree.
Yeah, he had 30 points the other night.
He is.
But the last 2 games before that, he had 1 point combined.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. He
Yes.
had 1 point against Santa Clara and didn't score against Oregon State.
Yes. And is he sneaky athletic?
Yeah.
He actually
athletic.
is sneaky athletic.
Yeah.
What are you guys even saying, Rick? I have no clue what we're even talking about. But I began the now L Boom says I began the start Henry movement. I'm now beginning the play Eman movement. They're not going to play Eman.
No.
Hey, let me ask you this: is Eman more likely to be good or Angelo Chol?
Good.
Yeah, I agree.
think he
with
could be
that as
pretty
well.
solid. Yeah.
Now,
I don't
let me
think he'll
ask-
ever have an offensive game, but I think he could be really good defensively and girthy.
Now, let me ask you this: do you think that Eman, or do you think what does Trey Townsend do better than Eman?
I'm sure there's something. I'm not just saying that either. I think that Trey Townsend, while he's not great, probably understands what Arizona wants to do a little bit.
You know what, dude? You know what? That's always a crap argument, though, because
Yeah,
remember
I don't know.
Yeah, because you remember Rich Rod. Remember Rich Rod always said that with Brandon Dawkins over Khalil Tate. He's like, well, it doesn't really matter because Brandon's got a much better grasp of the offense. Never mind the fact that Brandon's turning the ball over 6 times per game.
I don't know. They're different positions is the only thing I would say.
Irely is better. Mike Hooper. We have Irely. Here's what I knew what I was getting from Irely. I'll get 2 things.
This is a horrible segment, by the way. I feel really bad for Trey.
Yeah, well, hey, I was the one that said I didn't want to talk about him anymore, and then you brought him back
No,
up.
the chat is forcing us to do this.
All right, yeah, we're not going to talk about him anymore. Yes, this is. I still don't. It's
still bad as Trey. Let's go through every player in Arizona's history to show you.
Yeah, no. Yes, we will. We have fallen into your trap, and we will not. The quicksand is melting under my feet. Is quicksand melt? Okay, now
it was good.
In the Big 12, then, I will say that I think Arizona right now is very much looking at a 3 seed, and I think 15-5 does it. I think 15-5 does it, Scheer.
Yeah, that's my guess. Right now, they're hovering in the 3 and the 4 range. It would take an upset. Yeah, it would take an upset to hover in the 4 to 5 range. They'd have to lose one of these games. Yeah, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. Show the camera. Put your phone on the camera.
Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. Oh, we just got a picture with Bruce. Bruce Pascoe in Waco. Did you get this?
Yeah. This is what we're going crazy about. Cody created.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to tweet this out.
Yoga pants. You guys like that one where it's in the front?
Yeah.
Or that one where it's in the back?
Oh, no, that's good. They're both
me.
good.
I'm the model, by the way.
Hold on. Yes. No, well, people didn't know that. All right. Oh, this is good. This is good. Hazy 12. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. This is good.
Mike is on. Mike, do you have a hand tattoo? Why are people saying you have a hand tattoo?
No, I don't have a hand tattoo. It's a reminder. I ran out of paper. I don't have there, look at it. You mess with the hand, you get the glove. No, I don't have
tattoos. That's what the tattoo says on the hand.
Yeah, it says you mess with the hand, you get the glove. All right. Oh, these are great. Okay. Now, sorry. Between that and getting tagged in a Bruce Pascoe picture in Waco, I just got very excited.
Cody, can we get AZ on one cheek and 12 on the other?
Yeah. I was going to ask, is that possible to get spread the cheeks? Can we get that?
Spread the cheeks.
All right, I didn't mean it like that.
But. There is a limited printing area, but I will see what I can do.
The juicy, the juicy sweatpants. You say juicy, like AZ12.
I can probably.
Can we spread the cheeks?
Yeah. No. But you know what I meant though? Put the AZ and the 12 on the other side though.
Yeah.
I think we should be able to
probably do that for sweatpants. I don't know about the yoga pants with the white.
Oh, I'd like the yoga pants are great. Ben One White would steal 8 of those ones. We know Ben One White. Okay, now
spread the cheeks.
A 3 seed. A 3. Oh, Will. That's going to be a Wilbur's Big Burger moment. Now, where are we at with this? Okay, Big 12. Arizona's a 3 seed. Isn't it interesting how we can now say that we probably don't need to fire Tommy Lloyd and he's probably done maybe his best coaching job?
I think it's safe to say that for the next 3 days or so. Saturday, we got to reassess the situation. But right now, I think his job is safe.
You know what I don't get? And I got to give Flanagan a little bit of credit. Now, he posted something on the board where this guy on Scheer's board, basically, if anybody doesn't know about Flanagan basically complains about everything. But he went on there and he said that he posted a bunch of good things. I don't get the Arizona fans that are never around when things go well. Why be a fan? That is
the most horrible way to live.
I mean, seriously, what are you doing? Is that the person you want to be?
Some people, yeah.
Yes. I mean, I guess it is. Yeah,
it is. It's weird. It's just weird. I don't get it. And people make fun of me when I go it's okay to be happy. And shout out to our guy Flanagan for being happy last night.
Is
There's
it a
still
fake
some-
happy though? Because I think he
I
was
don't
just
know.
doing that because I called him out.
Maybe. And there's still people complaining like, oh, Arizona should have done this and this. Like, shut up. They won. They
Yes, no.
won.
All right, Scheer, Mr. Tyler Warden, let's get back to bigger things. And by the way, this is an ADHD special for you all today.
Honestly, the better Arizona does, the more likely it is to be in Denver because Denver is closer than Seattle.
And that's Balls Arena, right?
Yeah, it's Balls Arena. I went through my brackets this morning that I look at, and it was split between Arizona a 3 and a 4, and Arizona a Denver in Seattle. Like it is close. Arizona is very close between both. This is the first year. I was telling this to Shelby last night. Usually I would book by flight. Like I would have a very good idea. I don't know. And I'm not sure we'll know.
But it's either going to be
Sunday. Denver or Seattle, barring a collapse.
Is there any chance that we can be a 3 in SRS?
Minor chance.
All right. But if they are a 4, very good chance of SRS.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Balls Arena where you spread the cheeks. You spread the cheeks, you get the glove. How about that?
You need the glove.
I don't guess. Yes, spreading the cheeks in Paul's Arena. This show's gone off the handle. Okay, Denver should love us. We gave them John Denver. Maybe the best scene in Dumb and Dumber. He goes off the turnpike and he's in like Nebraska and they're trying to head towards Aspen and like there's absolutely nothing in the foreground. It's just like flat plains and he's like, expected the Rocky Mountains to be a little rockier than this. And he says, that John Denver's full of crap, man. He didn't say crap. It's very good. Yes. But that's it. Boswell. Oh, yeah. Real quick. We got a rooting guide for tonight, by the way. Rooting guide is back. Rooting guide is back because we enjoy, not only do we enjoy winning, we enjoy taking comfort in other people's miseries. Now, Illinois is playing Wisconsin. I know it's very, very difficult for some people to root for Wisconsin. I am rooting for Wisconsin in this game. I know. I'm rooting for Wisconsin over Illinois.
I'm rooting for Wisconsin also, mostly because I want to see, we said this before, but Illinois' schedule is very difficult here coming up, and there's a real chance that team could miss the tournament.
Yes. Can you imagine if they did?
KenPom has them losing. What are they right now? So KenPom, there right now, their record is KenPom has them losing 3 more games.
Okay, so that would put them at what?
Wisconsin, Duke, Michigan. They still have Wisconsin, Duke, at Michigan, and Purdue. That would put them at 19 and 12. They'd probably be in as like an 8.
Yeah, but then hopefully you lose in the Big Ten tournament early on. You get 13 losses. Yeah, I get it, T-Burns. Don't you want Wisconsin? I'm just very petty with the Illinois fan base.
I don't think that matters. Wisconsin's going to be a quad 1 no matter what.
Yeah, so it is what it is when it comes to that. But yes, okay. Now let's pay a few more bills here. Henri Veesaar, Longview. Now, you might look at Mike Luke and say, "Man, it looks like Mike Luke is actually making some more cash with those Tom Ford glasses." maybe. But guess what? I will never make the amount of money that Henri Veesaar at Longview makes because Henri Veesaar is the man. Now, again, Scheer, people are trying to get him to us and to endorse him all the time. We cannot endorse him. We just have to highly recommend him. Correct?
Yes.
This will not.
And we did. Very highly recommended.
We will be very clear about this. We will just highly recommend him. Let's see here. Oh gosh, I just saw this from Cody. But anyways, Henri Veesaar, we like Henri Veesaar. Go to Longview Insurance and Investments. And again, you will thank us later because that is, you can be like Henri Veesaar. You don't want to be like me. You want to be like Andre. Check it out. I do wonder sometimes, one of my favorite things to do is ask random people, and he's not a random person, how much they make. Like Scheer's always like appalled when I just ask somebody how much they make. You're like, Mike, that's not an appropriate question.
I don't talk money ever.
Yeah. That is one person I would love to say, hey, Andre, how much do you make, man? You want to just like give me like $1 million and we'll call it even? How about that? But all right, now also Swift Mortgage. And again, Michael Rubin at the Swift Mortgage. Here's the deal though. The Lighthouse program, the Lighthouse Down Payment Assistance Program is being released in March and funds are limited. Scheer, when they say funds are limited, that means that they will not be here forever. So again, check it out. But here's the deal, though. You can apply the QR code to see if you are eligible, that QR code right there, and you can get 4% assistance and a below-market interest rate. Oh, I mean, come on. Use code Salim Stoudemire for $500 off closing costs. You can't have owned a home in the last 3 years, but if you have, they have better things that they have better things for you as well. And if you know anyone that is looking to buy or refinance, reach out to my guy Mike. Mike will get you covered. Michael Rubin at the Swift Mortgage team. Check it out. Okay, now, let's see here. He's the best. Did I miss a super snap?
I think it was probably. You've been a little bit distracted today.
Nick Arenas. Your Gilbert Arenas' Trey is unplayable. He just doesn't know.
Yeah, we saw that.
We already saw that one. Okay, already saw that one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now I think the next question that we have to ask is where are we then with this team and with the guard situation? You know what's going to happen now. Conrad's not going to play if Jaden Bradley goes down. That's just the way it is. But at the same time, I think you also have to know that KJ Lewis is going to be that guy. Good or bad, he's going to be that guy.
It worked. It worked against Baylor. Hopefully, we don't have to find out how well it can work again this season.
Yes, exactly.
I'm actually surprised. If I was Baylor when Jaden was out, and I'm thinking that probably lack of depth had something to do with it, why didn't they press?
I don't know. I don't get that either. And a hard press too.
Like a hard press.
Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't do that one either. How do you not have a hard press? And they just did the stupid thing too, where there's like that token pressure where they're just like, we'll just wait until you get it in and then we'll run away. Okay, AZ Wildcat fan says, was it reported last night that someone on the team has HIV? Huh? Or
remember last night you mentioned HIV? I like how you just read stuff. You know, you're like Ron Burgundy. Like we could put something on a teleprompter and you would just read it.
What do you mean?
Like you just read that out loud. Like I read that.
I know there. No, I never said
stuff.
Anybody on the team had. I never said that.
Well, obviously.
No, I got confused because they said HV for Henri Veesaar, and I read it as something else.
HPV is what you said.
Oh, I was like, what the heck? I was like, I have no clue what this is. I have no clue what this is from. Okay. Oh, Sean Connery impression. BD. Where's my Sean Connery impression? Although Sean Connery is really more Dennis Hopkins. It's a great. No, I'm not going to do Steve Kerr's name. Kid's name. Not going to do that. Cody. Are you going to let him in? I don't see him anywhere. Now. Okay, let's talk a little bit about before, and then I'm going to have a buddy come on, talk a little bit about Tucson area high school basketball, because who doesn't want to talk about that? With Scheer, let me ask you this. This Arizona team right now, do you think that they are better equipped for the NCAA tournament than for last year's team?
Absolutely. I don't think there's any question about it, because last year's team, while good, I think Henry changes that game. Remember, Umar, as good as he was offensively, you had to bench him.
Yeah,
like he couldn't. Like you, it
was painful to watch,
right? And so you don't have to do that. Arizona can go small if they need to, like they needed to against Dayton. Arizona is the difference. Is Arizona is very good defensively.
They're very good defensively. You know what's interesting too is that they've decided that I guess they've kind of decided at this point too that they're going to defend the three a little bit. I like it. It's a like early on in the season, it was like, all right, we are going to give you wide open threes and hopefully you miss. You know, a lot of people have and listen, I like Umar Ballo, leader of men, but I would much rather have Henri Veesaar, because Henry can just do a lot of different things than Umar Ballo, leader of men, could do.
And that's the biggest thing, right? Like Henry